Hi everyone, welcome to NetGate Chemistry. So, under the topic General Concepts of Physical Chemistry, we are going to discuss graphs today. Okay, so in graphs, we are going to cover four types of graphs. Okay, first will be your straight line graphs, second will be exponential graphs. Third will be parabolic graphs, and fourth will be hyperbolic graphs. Okay, so first we'll start with straight line graphs. See the equation for a straight line. If we consider the equation for a straight line, then it is y is equals to mx plus c. This is your equation for a straight line in slope form. Okay, basically you can represent the equation of straight line in many ways, but we are going to study only one way which is useful for us. That is your equation of straight line in slope form, which is y is equals to mx plus c. Here m will denote your slope and c will denote your intercept. Now what is slope and intercept? First, see, while plotting a graph we'll having two axes. One is y and other will be x-axis. I have taken positive y-axis and positive x-axis. Okay, now when we plot a straight line graph, suppose it comes like this. This is the equation for y is equals to mx plus c. Sorry, this is the straight line for y is equals to mx plus c. So the slope of this line will be represented by m. Okay, basically slope is equals to tan of theta. Theta will be the angle made by this line onto the positive x-axis. You can write it down. Theta is the angle made by straight line with positive x-axis. So if you extend this line like this and if you extrapolate this line like this, you will see that it is making an angle of theta with this positive direction of x-axis. So tan of theta will be equal to your slope. Okay, also c will be the intercept. Intercept is this value, the value which we get when this line cuts a particular axis. So this distance from the origin, this is known as your intercept. It could be in any direction. In this case it is in positive y direction, right? So this is about the straight line. So now your tan theta could be positive or negative. So how to know that? See, value of slope is equals to tan theta. Okay, and tan theta could be positive or negative. There can be two cases of tan theta. So if your theta lies between 0 and 90 degree, okay, if the value of theta is between 0 to 90 degree, then theta will be positive. If the value of theta is between 90 to 180 degrees, then theta will be negative. Okay, now suppose we have four types of graphs like this. First line which we are getting, first straight line which we are getting is like this here. Okay, second is like this, third is, and fourth is going through the origin. Okay, I'm taking these four cases. So in these four cases I want to locate theta. So I have told you theta is the angle made by straight line with positive x-axis. So this is your x, y minus y. Take your positive x-axis, okay, and the angle made by this line with this positive x-axis, this is your theta. Similarly in this case, this is positive x-axis, this is positive x-axis, and angle made by this line with this positive x-axis will be theta. In this case also, this is your positive x-axis, this is y minus x minus y. Angle made by this line with positive x-axis will be theta. Similarly in this case, this will be theta. Okay, if the value of theta, see 90-degree angle is like this, right? If the angle is less than this 90-degree, then tan theta will be positive. If the angle is more this side like this, if angle is obtuse like this, then theta will be negative. If angle is acute like this, theta will be positive. So you can clearly see here the angle is more than 90-degree, it is obtuse angle. So what happens, your tan theta will be giving negative values, right? Your tan theta will give negative value. Here also angle is obtuse, right? So here also your theta is more than 90-degree. Here your theta is less than 90-degree. You can see this angle is acute, so theta is less than 90 degrees. Here also your angle is acute, so theta is less than 90 degrees. So here from here you can easily see how to find out the theta values, okay, whether your slope is positive or negative. This way you can find out. If angle is more than 90 degrees, then slope will be negative. If angle is less than 90 degrees, slope will be positive. Okay, so now we'll look for the intercepts. So now we'll see how to look for the intercepts. Suppose again you have four types of graphs. One line is going like this, other is like this, one is from the origin, and again this one is from the origin but in this direction. Okay, this is positive x, positive y, negative x, negative y, x, y, minus x, minus y, x, y, minus x, minus y. Okay, now you know how to locate theta. This will be theta and that is going to be acute. Your theta will be less than 90 degrees here. Your intercept is, take the point from origin, okay, and move in the direction where line is cutting any of the axis. Here the line is cutting the axis here, so from origin till now here, this will be your C or your intercept. Similarly in this case, see, from origin move to this direction where line is cutting. This could be your intercept, also this could be your intercept. Both are intercept. This is along y-axis and this is intercept along x-axis. Okay, here from origin you don't have to move anywhere because the line is moving from origin. So here intercept will be 0 along x and also along y-axis. Here also your intercept will be 0 along x and y-axis. So this way you can look up for the intercept. Here your intercept will be along negative y-axis, so intercept will be having negative value. Here if you look for y-intercept, then it is giving positive value. Also intercept at x-axis, if we call it C dash, that is also in positive x-axis, so it will also give positive value. So this way you can look up for the intercepts. Okay, now we'll study about the exponential graphs. In exponential graphs, we have two types of equations. One is y is equals to e to the power x, and other will be of the form y is equals to e to the power minus x. So, for y is equals to e to the power x, if you want to plot a graph, first what you have to do, you have to take certain values of x, and for that, when you put the value of x, a specific value of x, you will get a value of y. Suppose I'm going to put the value of x is equals to 0. Okay, before doing that, you have to memorize 2-3 things, that is e to the power 0 is equals to 1, e to the power infinity is equals to infinity, and e to the power minus infinity is equals to 0. Okay, these 3 things you have to learn. Now when you put e to the power 0, you get value 1, because e to the power 0 is 1. For y you get value 1. When you put x is equals to 1, so what you will get, y is equals to e to the power x. So putting value of x is equals to 1, you will get y is equals to e to the power 1, and e to the power 1 is having value of 2.7. Okay, if you put x is equals to 2, you will get y is equals to e to the power 2, and for e to the power 2 you will get the value 8.5. okay, if you put x is equals to minus 1, then you will get y is equals to e to the power minus 1. So e to the power minus 1, you can write it as 1 upon e. Putting the value of e, you will get, and dividing it, and suppose you have value of e, you have put a value of e. Now 1 upon e will give you the value here. So here you are getting 1 upon e, and solving that you will get 0.3. If you put value of x minus 2, then you will get 1 upon e square, and solving this you will get 0.1. Now this is all about the calculation part, where you have to first put the value of x here and then calculate the value of y from this equation. Now after the calculation, if you plot a graph, you will get a graph like this. Okay, this will be your x-axis and this will be your y-axis, and this type of graph is called exponentially increasing graph. Okay, there is increase in the graph, and that is exponential increase. So what you need to do is that we have done in +1 +2 mathematics also, that when you put the values of x here, you will get values of y. You have to plot that in this table, and using this table you have to make this graph. So basically, if in a question you see an equation like this, y is equals to e to the power x, then you should be able to understand that the graph for that equation will be exponential graph. Similarly, for y is equals to e to the power x, if you have values of x like 0, 1, 2, -1 and -2, for 0 you will get 1, for e -1, e -2, e square, like that values. And on calculation you will get the values. E to the power -1 on solving will get 1 by e. Further solving will get 0.3. This will be 0.1, 2.7, 8.5. From here I have taken the values, the same values. Like for e to the power -1 it is 0.3, e to the power -2 it is 0.1, like that. Okay. Now if we plot a graph, we'll get a graph like this. This is x-axis, this is y-axis, and this type of graph is called exponentially decreasing graph. Okay, so this is all about your exponential graphs. So what you need to remember from here is how to first find out the slopes, whether the slope is positive or negative in the equations y is equals to mx plus c, how to find the intercepts, okay, in those graphs. And for exponential graphs, what you have to see is that what kind of equation we are getting in the question. If you're getting equation of the form y is equals to e to the power x, then graph will be exponentially increasing like this. And if you're getting equation y is equals to e to the power minus x, then graph will be exponentially decreasing like this. This is basically the calculations which we have done to understand how we find the graphs, but this is not important for further use. Just for the understanding purpose, I have shown you these things. Okay, so basically you have to remember these two things, and how to find out intercept and the slopes, what is the equation of straight line, and everything of that sort. Okay, so from next video we are going to cover the parabolic and hyperbolic graphs. Okay, so far that's it for this video. In part 4 you will find the other two types of graphs. So thank you so much for watching.